Being a skateboarder, it's like you either have it or you don't. First time you really get hurt skating is when you realize if you're going to continue skating or if you're just going to quit. That has taught me a lot. And other things that I was scared about, maybe it was the acting thing, maybe it was putting out a collection. There's always doubts, and I think your worst enemy is usually yourself. Skateboarding was the root of teaching me that through other things. It's funny because I don't remember a lot from my childhood, but I remember the first time my dad pushed me into my first wave. I was 2 years old. My mom was there to catch me. It was like before I knew how to swim. I don't think anyone that has surfed forgets their first wave. And at an early age, it was just ingrained in our brains that we were beach children, and that was our life. And I was homeschooled my whole life, so our PE was going surfing, jumping in the water when it got too hot. It was our playground, so we acted accordingly. On the side of the island that I'm from, on the North Shore of Oahu, the waves don't usually break in the summertime. And there wasn't anything to skate around my house at the time, but when I turned 11 is when the park, called the Bonsai Skate Park, actually was built. It was the same thing with surfing. Catch your first wave and you're instantly hooked. I would go to the skate park in the morning, then I would go do school, and then I would go back to the skate park. My mom would come and check on me and make sure I was still there and wearing all my pads. Definitely got in trouble a lot of times for not wearing my helmet. If you get infatuated with skateboarding, it's going to stick with you for life, and it just becomes so a part of everything. Kind of took over my mindset and my inspiration. It really set me forward to want to leave Hawaii because I felt like I got to a certain point where I did everything that I could do here. I spent 18 years of my life here, and it sounds crazy like wanting to leave Hawaii, but my skater mentality, thinking if I want to eventually be a professional skateboarder, I need to move to LA. I was excited to leave, but it was also like scary. I was making maybe like $1,000 a month from skateboard sponsors, and my rent was $600, and I had a car, a really shitty car, and that comes with gas money and insurance and all that stuff. So I was on a top ramen diet for a little bit. I moved with 6 of my friends, and we moved into a 2-bedroom apartment, and coming from Hawaii is all about family. So the fact that I had family moving with me made it a lot easier. We were all just broke and trying to figure things out. I don't even know the process. I still don't know the process. I think it's a mixture between serendipity and luck, wanting to put yourself out there in a certain extent. The acting thing is so funny because I wasn't waking up like, I gotta get to this audition, I gotta do this self-tape. Once I got a role, I started learning so much about it, and it turned into a new hobby that I absolutely got infatuated with, trying to figure out how to be the best I can be at it. I think what keeps me inspired is just learning something that you have no idea about and trying to master it. It's like the same thing with skating. You learn how to drop in, you learn how to 50-50 grind. You want to just keep leveling up, and every trick is a new level. It's a game that'll never end. It's like a thing you can never master. Surfing's the same. They're all things that you continuously work at, but you're never gonna be at the end game. Everything that I do, I try to pay homage to Hawaii. The Juneshine cam that I designed, it's very Hawaii themed. The campaign is in Hawaii. Wahine means female in Hawaiian. All the things that I've done business-wise, I try to tie Hawaii back into it. You know, obviously everyone's heard about Hawaii, but I want them to have a different feel. It's not just like aloha t-shirts and pina coladas. I'm just trying to elaborate on what my idea of Hawaii is and why I'm so inspired by it. I mean, photography was something that was always engraved in my brain through my grandfather. He gave me all his original cameras before he passed. It was like, he showed me how to shoot them, and a couple of years goes by and I didn't use them. And after he passed away, I started using the cameras a lot. It was actually crazy because when I started shooting from his cameras, he had a roll of film in there and it was half shot by him. And I finished the roll that he started, so it was like half his from the 90s or 80s maybe, I don't even know. All photos from a land that he bought for his kids and their families, which we still live on. It was literally 2 different generations in one roll of film. Ever since then, I just started documenting everything. He definitely lit the fire for me to start taking pictures. That billboard is special because the first week I came to New York, It was in 2019, around my birthday, April. And I think I asked someone, what's the biggest billboard in New York? It's the Calvin Klein on Houston. I went to it and I looked at it and I said, I'm gonna get that billboard in 6 months. In my head. I looked at it and I was like, I wanna make a statement here and I wanna like actually do something. And I got the billboard 2 months after that. At the time, before I started, I was nowhere near shooting the Calvin Klein. But so much happened within those 2 months that it became a reality. That was really a special moment and a turning point for me realizing that I can actually do the stuff that I want to do. And it meant a lot more than just being on a Calvin Klein billboard, seeing that in physical form and standing looking up and it's my stupid face. But I think with skateboarding, it's 90% confidence and 10% stupidity. You need to let everything go and not think about the consequences. Just having multiple different things to like constantly challenge you is something that inspires me. Probably just be like back to surfing, putting on sunscreen on the face. That was the closest thing that we could get to skincare basically. It's been a fun challenge to figure out, and I think Goodweird is an amazing company to express how you feel without making it too much of an ordeal. I want people to put it on like they're putting on a t-shirt. It's gender neutral, it's for everyone. Breaking down those barriers were very important for me because it was always something that I was interested in, but there was no platform for that. With Goodweird, it's an amazing opportunity to start making it normal for guys to start putting on a little something before they leave the house. I always say if you feel good, then you look good. It'll be an interesting journey and I'm really excited to explore that whole world, and we're really excited for what we're making.